So I figured out why I have so much trouble experiencing growth or even recognizing progress in my spiritual journey. And it has to do with hummingbirds and this quote by Parker Palmer. Since I got my undergraduate degree in biblical studies, I had trouble finding work after college, which meant I spent 7 years doing landscaping and irrigation repair, meaning I spent a lot of time outdoors. And some of it was grueling, bothersome, backbreaking work, but one of the things that I realized is that there is so much beauty outside when you are stuck outside and bored. Now, this might be strange to you, but one of the most impactful experiences to me was the first time I saw a hummingbird land on a branch. And it was strange to me because every time I had seen a hummingbird prior to that, they were just flitting across my field of vision. And so to see one actually land was like, I know that they do that, right? Because they can't always be flying, but I had never seen it before until my late 20s. And it's not like hummingbirds started landing on branches in my late 20s. It's that I had slowed down enough and gotten quiet enough and spent enough time outdoors to see a hummingbird land. And the strange thing is, I see this all the time. I saw it the other morning, just out on my neighbor's tree. A few hummingbirds flitting by and one just lands, sits there in peace. And I think these same variables are at play when we have trouble recognizing stuff that goes on in our souls and in our connection with God. We don't slow down enough. We don't spend enough time outdoors. We never actually have enough downtime to recognize the thing that is happening and has always been happening, frankly, even if we never recognized it. And while hummingbirds might not be the default wild animal that you think of, here's what Parker Palmer says about the soul. The soul is like a wild animal, tough, resilient, savvy, self-sufficient, and yet exceedingly shy. If we want to see a wild animal, the last thing we should do is go crashing through the woods, shouting for the creature to come out. But if we're willing to walk quietly into the woods and sit silently for an hour or two at the base of a tree, the creature we are waiting for may well emerge. And out of the corner of an eye, we will catch a glimpse of the precious wildness we seek. So maybe it's time to stop crashing through the woods of life and sit silently enough to be able to hear and see what's going on inside of your soul, so that you can bring it into alignment with God and see what God is actually doing in your life. And somewhere along the way, maybe you'll get to see a hummingbird or two land on a branch.